Well, welcome back to another Timespinner Randomizer 2v2 Archipelago Tournament deal, whatever. It's been 4 months since the last race. That was ridiculous. As a small reminder of what we're looking at for this 2v2 tournament, it is, in fact, a mystery setup. Meaning that we do not know exactly what our settings are going to be. More than likely, we are going to have one player starting the past, one player starting the present. There is a small chance that either player or both players start in the pyramid. So that'll be fun. A lot of the important information is on the screen now. I am very excited to be back. I forgot how much of a setup process this was. It's fine. I'm excited. You're excited. I'm assuming everyone's excited. The racers are waiting. Yeah, look at them. We have Dead by Dadlike versus Friends of Neliste. I forgot to crop Ducky's tracker. We're going to pretend that you didn't notice that. I'm going to do it right now, and everyone's gonna think it's so awesome. It's never perfect. It never will be perfect. You can't expect perfection from me. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna drop for the racers. So they are going to get started in 15 seconds, just about. Yeah. All right. I forgot how stressful this was. But we're finally underway. 2v2 tournament. We're back. Let's see, do we notice anything weird off the start? I see that the player 2s do not have starting twin pyramid keys. That's exciting. They're probably not happy about that. Watch Ducky immediately turn on gifting. That's been a very fun thing to watch the macro of as we go along. The use of gifting to, speed up your teammates. Wow, an early gear and early fire for the player 1 seed. That's very exciting. Feel your keys attuned to the temporal gyre entrance. Player 1s have access to the pyramid, left side pyramid, so it's not the good side. We don't get to skip regret. Unfortunately, a security keycard D for the player 2s. I forgot how overwhelming this could be. Somebody save me. I'm alright, I swear. There's just a lot happening. Oh, we found the twin pyramid keys for player 2. Somewhere early. So keyless for not very long. That is very fortunate. I personally hate playing without twin pyramid keys. The game's not very large, and we do have Talaria, but after playing with Unchained keys and always having access to the twin pyramid keys, it feels so wrong to have to go back and forth without teleporting. As I'm rambling, security keycard C for player ones, as well as the Raven familiar. That's pretty cool. Of course, OBS had to crash. Getting everything back up. There's waffle soup again. There's Urza again. There's Jim again. Alright! Because why could anything ever be easy? While you weren't paying attention, I think things happened. I see a V card and a tablet for player 2s. As well as a V card for the player 1s. Yeah, I think that's all that was missed. To recrop Ducky's tracker again. It's okay. I'm a professional. I've done this before. Even easier the second time. Alright. It's like I never even crashed. Hopefully that does not happen again. Normai, there goes Feline Sentry. I did not catch if any of the orbs were good. There's significantly a lot just to pay attention to. Nope, the fire orb icon just replaced the Infernal Flames icon because it's better or whatever. Oh, Celestial Sash. When did that happen? Our player 1s have Celestial Sash. That's our infinite vertical and the best kind. Because it's not light wall. Complete breakdown because of a crash. I would never. I only panicked a lot. Hey, elevator keycard at the V-card terminals. That's pretty cool. The downloads were required. Security keycard be in the pyramid for player 1s. That's pretty massive. With D and B, you can get through almost all of the Varna Grey Towers as well as the library. So that is very important. Player 1 has Gyre on. The Kobo Familiar and the Merchant Crow Familiar are both marked as progression in the Archipelago client. Player 2 has laser accesses. So they need to find 3 laser items in order to get into the military hangar in the present, rather than just defeating the 3 normal bosses. Oh, Waffle Soup must have died. I was like, oh, and the B card's in the pyramid. But we already knew the B card was in the pyramid. Water mask from backer room? Player 2's backer room with water mask for player 1 as well as gas mask, I believe. So that's pretty awesome. Let's go swimming. Oh, and there's the security keycard C for player 1, just under the drawbridge. Looks like Ducky's contemplating where to go. Ooh, Plasma is plus for player 2s. That's an immediate switch for Urza. Plasma being one of the orbs that benefits way more from being a plus orb. Rather than the usual double, I believe it's doubled and then I think it's 2.5 times damage rather than just 2. Might be more. I don't know. All I know is that I use it and enemies die, and that's good enough for me. Frankly, I believe that's probably good enough for most people. Gear in the Varna Grey Towers. Making good use of that elevator keycard they found early. Jim has found the security keycard B. I missed the spindle being found somewhere. Nope, it's in the Varna Grey Towers. I'm paying attention. Ooh, first hint from Waffle Soup. Timespinner wheel at Lab Spider Hell in Player 2's world. That requires the security keycard A. That's a good hint. That gets them a lot of information. Because now they know that Ducky needs all the lasers as well as the security keycard A. Because otherwise, a common community conception is that lab is bait. There's never anything good in lab unless you don't check it. Like Schrodinger's cat. The lab has nothing good. Unless you don't check it, in which case it has everything good. And you just never found it. Randomizers will conspire against you to deliver the least fortunate seed possible. I missed when we got the water mask for player 2. Ducky does not seem to have the water mask. Regret chest is flooded. It has Jim's own Plasma Plus. That's pretty awesome. Plasma Plus for everyone. Everyone gets big numbers. Player 2's Temporal Gyre is not on. That Kobo Familiar is not marked as progression. And I think I can finally take a moment to breathe and take a drink. Only to be interrupted by the concept of Timespinner Gear 3 being found just below Present Siren's caves. Can't ever catch a break. But like, I wouldn't have it any other way. This tournament has been insanely fun to both play in and commentate. Yeah. Timespinner is a fun game. Playing it cooperatively through Archipelago is also very fun. Combine that with the wonderful racing community we have here, and you're just set up for good times. It's so good of a time that we hiatused for 4 months and still managed to come back to finish the tournament out. Oh, hello, Ma. We are going to gun the Ma down. I don't know which boss location this is. If I had to guess, probably Azure Queen? But we're gonna make use of our arm cannon, which deals radiant damage as well as slicing damage. And the Maw is weak to radiant damage. Look at those big red numbers. 63, that's a lot of damage. You know, once you have the aura to cast it. Ooh, Jim finding galaxy earrings. That's good. That will increase the orb XP gain by 15 times. I believe it adds an additional 14 XP. So we're gonna see pretty big orb levels. Ah, that's the location it is. I've put 2 and 2 together. Waffle just barely beat Jim to the Kobo location. So that's why the Maw was taking a lot of hits. I've solved the problem. Player 2 found their water mask. It was in the pyramid! That's crazy. We've got so many goods in the pyramid. Jim dies to the Kobo location. Frankly, that's fair. The Kobo location has 5,000 HP and hits like a truck. And we only hit marginally like a truck. We're just a little bit weaker compared to the, you know, end game, one of the, like, super boss locations. I don't know that the Kobo or Ifrit location's necessarily a super boss, but it's one of the... It's the second strongest, tied with the... Ravenlord location. Also maybe tied with Sandman? I don't remember. I have a chart. I just forgot to pull it up. Urza making quick work of Genzat Maw. This will be 2 additional checks for him once they have access to fire. As killing that will crash... crash the ship in the Lake Desolation area. But we need fire to access that yet. So that'll be a surprise tool that helps us later. Oh, Waffle Soup is doing Wet Regret, is going to be rewarded with a Plasma Plus here, eventually. Once they get all the way down. Oh, and there's that security keycard B for player 2. It was in the Siren Caves. What are we waiting on? What are we hoping to see? What are we waiting on? We know the time spinner wheel isn't it, so it's not vanilla past, because the time spinner wheel is in player 2's lab. I suppose it's not out of the realm of possibility that player 2 finds 2 lasers and their A card, but it feels a little bit improbable. Waffle Soup and Jim are just trying to decide what to do with their life. Jim's decided to go fill out map percentage, looks like. Taking a save for safety. Is going to farm. They're both gonna farm these oh, what are they called? No, I don't remember. This is why the no, I don't remember the name of that item either. The fairy scroll. I'll just say what I remember. In Soten, it's the fairy scroll. That's why the fairy scroll is a very useful item when playing the rando. The yellow one, Justice? The yellow one might be Justice. Jim hinting the time spinner wheel. Greeted with the news that, nope. Not anytime soon. You are, in fact, looking for your, time-worn warp beacon. Probably. Now, what locations have we not checked as player 2 here? I don't think I've seen, the present Siren Caves, which has a handful of checks. I don't know that we've done all the underwater checks we can. But we are certainly running out of locations for the player 2s to check. Because we've already seen Urza do Maw Caves, which Ducky is doing, and we've seen Ducky do the Varnagray Towers, which Urza just did. Now, Urza's going into the present Siren Caves, which I believe is new checks. I don't believe Ducky has gone through the present Siren Caves just yet. Or not. Teleport out, that's fine too. Waterfall never has anything unless you're Wef. Fortunately, I don't believe Wef is here. I believe I'm the only person in the room. I could be wrong. I could check. No, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in my room. Now, where have we hidden the progression? Have we not seen Azure Queen from the player 2s? And or Upper Lake Serene? Surely one of them has done Upper Lake Serene. Surely the one of them's done Azure Queen, but I say this, but I know Urza hasn't. Sandman does not resist plasma, so it will go down very quickly. Yes, they are playing on teams. Dead by Dadlike is on the left, featuring Jim the Eternal and Urza, MTG. And on the right, we have Friends of Neliste featuring Waffle Soup and Ducky 2010. Both incredibly strong runners in this tournament. Well, both teams of 2 players each. All the people here are fantastic at this video game. and even better at the randomizer. Ignore Urza getting bullied. I swear he's good at this game. Also ignore the fact that Jim and Waffle Soup are both simply just farming Zeal. I'm gonna call that guy Zeal. I think I might be right. Ducky's going into the present Siren Caves. Finally, new checks. Also, Upper Lake Serene could have been new checks. I'm not sure if Ducky's done those. But I know we haven't seen the present Siren Caves. Ducky is on to new checks. We do not know what's coming up. Hopefully we find something interesting. Please let it be the modern, or a time-worn warp beacon. Ooh, Urza going for the Cantoran location, featuring Emperor Dad, who is weak to plasma, so he's gonna be super dead. Unfortunately, just a max aura. Oh, that enemy is called Conviction. Zeal's the blue one? Dang it! I knew Zeal was one of them. Was that Celestial Sash in the modern, or the present Siren Caves? Jim heard me. Justice, Zeal, and Conviction. I was close. Anyways. The Celestial Sash getting us over the drawbridge. Who needs to lower the drawbridge when you can simply just go over? I should also probably clarify that Jim cannot hear me, and if he could hear me, no. Can't do that. Not supposed to do that. I think Jim was just checking to see if the other two enemies in the pyramid had better drops that he could be farming. Light Wall minus. Infinite Vertical if we didn't already have it. And there's Urza finding the Celestial Sash. Will also be heading into Castle Keep. Hopefully. We find some progression for our teammates in here. I mean, it's gotta be in here somewhere. Surely we don't find 2 lasers in the A card, and it's vanilla past access. Surely not. I would never roll a seed so diabolical. Those plasma orbs are indeed beefing. Jim's plasma orbs hitting for just shy of 250 damage. Waffle's just shy of 200. I believe... Does Waffle Soup not have her galaxy earrings equipped? Ooh. Fire in... Yas Queen room. That's pretty good. Fire in a laser in Yas Queen room. Ooh, and Royal Roadblock. I'm curious because Urza went out of his way to go kill the Ma location. Laser access I, library storage room chest 1. Royal Tower. Oh, look. The last laser access is at the top of the Royal Towers in Player 2's world. So, surely it's not vanilla past, right? Surely the correct answer isn't they also find a card in here and they just find the Time Worn Warp Beacon for their teammates? Surely I didn't roll this crazy of a seed? Please? We're gonna see the twins location from Urza. Going for the clear everything on my way through. Backtrack for nothing. Which I approve of. Definitely a more than valid strategy when playing randomizers. Unfortunately, just an old coat. I'm sure Jim will wear it. Iwana, being the plasma orb holder, does resist plasma, does not resist the giant fist. So, Ducky quickly swapping over to those, making quick work of Iwana. Getting a sand crown? That's what I was gonna say, really? Max sand and empire crowns for their trouble. Just because I don't think Waffle and Jim were doing enough damage. Here's an empire crown for more damage on your damage. You know, just in case you needed more damage. There's the final laser access. We knew that was there. Ducky had hinted that. So that is military hangar access for Ducky. Will also be military hangar access for Urza once he gets there. Although I am curious to see if Urza takes the fire and burns the vines to go check Lake Desolation. It appears as that's what Ducky's gonna go do. Go clear out what remains of Lake Serene real quick. Check out military hangar later. Quick restock on warp shards for Urza. Jim is almost dealing 400 damage. Empress robes, just in case you needed more damage. Oh, is the princess dress really that much stronger? That's crazy. I don't know much of the body armor hierarchy other than Eternal Coat Good. No, Urza, she uses the plasma orb. You gotta punch her. And Ducky is into the military hangar. Did not go for the Lake Desolation checks. So we are either finding the modern warp beacon for the player ones, Urza, not Urza, Jim and Waffle Soup are waiting on some sort of new access, which can come in the form of the Timespinner wheel, which we know is behind the A card in the lab. It's at Spider Hell. Or we can simply just find the modern warp beacon. But as luck would have it, there's the A card for Ducky in the military hangar. Because I have simply just rolled that kind of seed, I guess. I'm going to be hearing about this later. I'm looking forward to it. Ducky immediately booking it to that Timespinner wheel location, knowing that that will get Waffle Soup out of BK mode and into the past, where she can probably full clear. Urza, no! The pyramid doesn't have what you're looking for. The military hangar has it. Follow the progression. Oh, man. What a crazy seed. Like, this is a little bit ridiculous. Waffle soup. Finally, with something to do, taking the vanilla path into the past. Finding their gas mask. Just checking in on Jim. 550 damage. I don't think bosses are going to be a problem for Jim. Just a hunch. Waffle soup either, but like Jim is got like double Waffle's damage, and Waffle is also not going to have a problem. Timespinner Spindle hint from Ducky. Sealed Cave Zerion Shroom Jump Room in Player 2's world. So that is local. Forest Green Platform Secret. Player 1 for the Gear 1 for Ducky. Getting as much information as possible. There's that Gear 1 that was hinted. So that probably feels a little bit bad, a little bit like a wasted hint. But you know, it probably isn't that bad, all things considered. Classic Maw strat. If you time stop and then walk right up to the Maw, like none of his attacks can hit you. Just in case you needed a different way to cheese the Maw. The Maw is not a hard boss, you shouldn't need to cheese it, but like, if you did need to cheese the Maw, now you know. Jin Inferno minus, Jin Inferno neutral. That was like simultaneous Jin Infernos. That was pretty cool. Good use of time stop by Ducky to avoid the poison spores. Urza is into the lab with his A card. Jim will be free shortly to wreak havoc on the general populace. There's the spindle for Ducky. We had hinted that. We knew that was there. That's probably like half the reason we are here. There's the wheel for Jim. Jim is free. Only deals a measly 1,000 damage to enemies that are weak to plasma. Frankly, I think he could be doing a little bit more damage if he grinded just a little bit harder. Honestly, I think he was slacking just a little bit. Now let's see. What is Waffle Soup thinking? Because Jim has a lot of ground to make up here. But if he simply picks the right direction, I mean, it sounds easy. If you simply pick the right direction, that gap becomes like null and void. Like if all the progression is over here in Lake Serene, then Waffle Soup's entire trip to the right is kind of worthless. But that's how Rando works. Ducky opted to check the Siren, or the present Siren Caves first, and got rewarded with the Celestial Sash first. It's how Rando goes. Ducky is in go mode. I simply was not paying attention for 5 minutes, and Ducky has all the things, and is about to go beat the 2 final bosses. Do we know where Waffle Soup's last gear is? I imagine we do. We do. And Waffle Soup is heading there right now. Caves of Banishment, Maw, Jackpot Room, Chest 3. So Waffle Soup is going to be there very shortly. It seems like it really came down to whoever found that Celestial Sash first. Everything was kind of behind that, and it was at a fairly awkward location. One that most people don't want to really go check. Urza is going the correct direction. We'll find his spindle here in the Zarion Caves. As well as his gear too. Exclamation point for Ducky. She is done. 18 concussions. That's fairly good for how long he had Sash. Hint for gear 1 at a gym. Gonna find out he's like basically on his way to it. There goes Idol for Waffle. And what's our second boss? It's Genza. You can resist as much damage as you want. The Plasma Orb does 370. I don't think you're living that long. 2 exclamation points for Friends of Neliste. GG's. They have finished with a race time. .gg time of, if I could find the window, 41:24 for Waffle Soup and 40 flat for Ducky. Wasn't that nice? Very shortly after, Urza and Jim forfeit. I should go into a VC, and then we can all hang out and be friends and talk. GG's to all of our runners. Hello, Jim. I forgot you could join. Straight up.
Hello.
I'm gonna drag everybody in.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So Ducky, I assume you didn't last location Sash.
No, I got that really early.
Yeah. So I could tell you exactly what happened. You don't even have to talk, Zed. I didn't go get the V card that was in.
Never mind. OBS just crashed. Hold on.
Wow.
This is the second time it's done this to me.
Oh, jeez.
God dang it.
I'm waiting to admit all my failures. This is 100% me.
Okay, let me make sure Twitch says I'm back, or someone in chat says I'm back.
I see something on the stream.
You see it?
I see the rules.
Yeah, I swapped to the
rules
info
Okay.
channel. All right.
So I didn't get the B card until I was doing my maw checks after the water mask.
Yeah.
Which meant that I had already gone through Varney's towers with B and elevator key card, but couldn't get to the right side. And then when I was on my way to Siren's Caves, I was like, wait, there are smaller spheres than this, and Jim is about to be stuck. Or Jim is stuck, so I'll go check those things. And then it was Siren's Caves for Sash. I think I just last locationed everything all the time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, Waffle spent most of the seed in BK mode because the thing that got her open was the time spinner wheel in Lab Spider Hell.
Yep. That was exactly what happened, and I think we just got to it about 5-10 minutes after you did.
I kind of forgot that I could start heading for the lab, and so I was just doing everything else. And then when I started heading for the lab, I found the A card. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have said even though you didn't have the A card yet, to just start clearing towards the lab just in case. I should have said earlier.
You did, and then I don't think I heard you the first time. But yeah, so right now I'm sitting in front of my final boss door waiting for the last two pieces that are in Jim's seed. But Jim has only just really gotten started going.
The moment I got free, I was able to hit my thing. I just needed a couple more checks. So I am like 15 seconds away from, maybe like 30 seconds away from the jackpot room, which has my last time spinner piece.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I still have Zed's 2 pieces, or Urza's 2 pieces for him to win.
Yes.
Yeah, where is Green Platform Secret?
Oh, it's the Bat Cave secret cave. The Bat Ledge
Oh,
secret
that's trash.
above
Yeah,
above the stage.
Green Platform, of course.
Yep. Yeah. I was in BK for so long. I am level 52, and Plasma Orb is level 198.
198? That's baby numbers. My Plasma Orb is 310. I'm not proud of this, to be clear. That's just how cursed this seed was.
Yep.
Also, Plasma Plus being so strong, I forgot that I had Bombardment Plus the entire seed. About the only thing I used Bombardment Plus for was to open the floor secret in Alana's Tower.
Bombardment was plus? I
Yes.
didn't even notice.
It was plus, and I never used it.
Level 74.
Real.
I used it on the final boss because the final bosses were I already forgot what the first one was, but the last one was the idol, so
Oh yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, level 74 and Plasma Orb level 318.
Fair enough. Yeah, no. I knew this was going to be my fault. I kept changing my mind about routes and never committed to anything.
I think the big thing for me was I was on my way before Water Mask to do the Modern Siren Cave, and I'm like, no, this is stupid. I have other places I can check. I went to the pyramid to get the one check in the pyramid, which was the Water Mask. I'm like, okay, well.
I felt so good about going to the pyramid and grabbing that. It wasn't like immediately when I got pyramid access, but I was like, okay, I just happened to pass by a warp room. I only have access to one thing because I have no other vertical. Let's just go grab it. Oh shit, it's the Water Mask, and I'm still doing pass checks. This is great.
Yeah.
Oh. I even faded like the entire Azure Queen area because it didn't have fire. Like, I did some smart things. And then I came back and did it when I couldn't find fire or Jim's progression. So, yeah, no. My lesson learned is if I can go to the lab, do the lab.
This was really just a single player seed. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. good match. Good job.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is honestly an appropriate capstone to our narrative, right? Like
Uh-huh.
barely maybe beating you in our first game, beating you on what feels like a technicality on our rematch, and then over here and just being absolutely crushed. Like I am excited to see you go forward and see what you two do in grand finals.
Yeah. Like, I have like the tiniest bit of an excuse, and if you go back in the VOD, you can see it. I got a new controller yesterday because my previous controller was starting to send random joystick inputs, and that's not good.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, I'm on a
but-
new controller since the last game I played, but I've had a little bit more time with it. So.
Yeah, so like whenever you see me just drop straight down off a ledge instead of jumping off to the right or something, that's my controller being very me still adjusting to the D-pad.
Yeah.
But no, it would not have saved this. So good job, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Good game.
Good games.
All right, let's get this tournament wrapped up by the end of the year.
Yeah, fingers
Surely we can
crossed.
do that.
Uh-huh.
Well, tomorrow's Thanksgiving for most people, and I'm busy this weekend, so
There's all of December.
Yeah, figure out whenever
I think
you
we
folks
can do
want to do
this.
it, and I will probably be there to help. I am happy to help commentate on a match that I am not racing in.
Yeah, I'm out for like a week and a half, but like if you happen to wait until the week of Christmas, I'm good to commentate literally any day. But I doubt that it'll be that long.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Hopefully. Maybe Kemps and Planeswater need time to practice. Maybe they've been practicing.
Maybe they don't need practice.
Ooh. But yeah, so to take a little bit of Zed's job away from him, this was the losers bracket finals. Friends of Neliste have just won and are now going to go up against Sis Enough, which is D2 Kemps and Planeswater, who have no losses, which means that Waffle and Ducky here have a little bit of an uphill battle. They need to beat them twice in order to claim victory in this tournament because it is double elimination.
Yep. You folks have a difficult road ahead of you, but I believe that you can do it, or at least give us some good matches.
Absolutely.
yeah. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to just get it over with either way.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is
gosh,
completely
yes.
fair. It's kind of my attitude going into this one.
Uh-huh.
Whatever
Indeed.
happens, happens.
Yep.
The tournament's lasted longer than it was supposed to.
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
mean,
What can you really do?
there were
about it?
some there were some life-changing events in the middle of it. So what can you
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, yes. Some we knew about and some we didn't.
do? Yeah.
that's very true.
But I'm still having fun. I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to the finals.
I should probably do those OS updates that I've been putting off.
Mhm.
Maybe that'll solve my issue.
Maybe.
But all right, good job, folks. Well raced, everybody. Break.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
The final shout outs. I'll just like steal someone else's audio for the last bit and stitch it together. Call it good.
Yeah.
Wishlist Timespinner
okay.
2.
Yeah, wish
Wishlist
list time spinner
Timespinner
too.
2.
Uh-huh.
Follow everybody involved. All of us are reasonably active on Twitch.
All of us?
Sure,
All of us.
you could be. I don't know.
Oh god, I don't know when the last time was I streamed anything but this tournament.
You were
Oh, so we
reasonably
have to start
active-
another tournament immediately, so you have something to stream.
This one will
reasonably
not
active.
have a random 4-month gap. Probably, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Anyway,
But no,
uh,
you're reasonably active on Twitch in that you're in people's chats a lot.
you know what? Fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my shout outs are also Wishlist Timespinner 2. Thank you, Zed, for jumping in and making yourself available very last minute. I know it took us forever to schedule this, and it was like less than a week's notice, but
No, you're okay. I'm happy to be here. I'm glad I got to at least get most of the match. I had one crash in the middle at the very beginning. I got most of the match, and then OBS was like, post comms? Nah, we're
Aw.
having none of that.
Unfortunate.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's all right.
Mhm.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right.
I don't have a stream to end.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
The stream ended for you.
Yep.
The stream decided it was done. It had enough of my nonsense.
Absolutely incredible. All right, I am gonna drop out of the Discord. Thank you all for your participation, and this was a pleasure.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good
I'll
night.
see y'all.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good night.
Take care, everyone.